We begin with that breaking news on new vaccine mandate in New York City. Mayor de Blasio will require all private sector employees to get a COVID vaccine.
The mandate is the first of its kind in the nation and comes as the Omicron and Delta variants cause an uptick in COVID cases statewide.
And the sheep will comply. They're just eating their cheese puffs. They're enjoying it.
CBS 2 political reporter Marsha Kramer joins us now with the very latest on this breaking story. Marsha.
Well, Chris and Cindy, Mayor de Blasio says the combination of new variants and holiday gatherings coming up is forcing him to take what he called bold steps to deal with the new threats from COVID.
And he said Trump was a dictator. This guy's a jackass. Good luck, New York City.
He's giving employers just 3 weeks to make sure that people who work for them are vaccinated, and he's invoking other protective measures as well.
We in New York City have decided to use a preemptive strike to really do something bold to stop the further growth of COVID and the dangers it's causing to all of us.
Mayor de Blasio has been ahead of the curve in requiring people to get vaccinated, first making sure that everyone who works for the city of New York is vaccinated. So far, 94% of city workers have gotten the shots. Now he's going one step further, requiring all private sector employers, 184,000 businesses, to do for their workers what he did for his. He says he wants to set an example for politicians all over the nation.
And this would be my advice to mayors, governors, CEOs all over the country. Use these vaccine mandates, and the more universal they are, the more likely employees will say, okay, it's time, I'm going to do this, because you can't jump from one industry to another or one company to another. It's something that needs to be universal to protect all of us.
The mayor is also requiring 2 vaccine doses for all over 12 years old for indoor activities, up from 1 shot. Requiring children 5 to 11 to show proof of vaccine for indoor dining, fitness, and entertainment. Requiring 5 to 11-year-olds to get vaccinated to participate in high-risk extracurricular activities. They include sports, band, orchestra, and dance. Health Commissioner Dr. Dave Choksi will sign a mandate for the private businesses that goes into effect December 27th.
That's why the bold steps the mayor announced today are necessary and vital.
Some are raising questions about whether it will slow the return of employees to Manhattan Central Business District, which is crucial to the city's economy. Staten Island Councilman Joe Borelli, the incoming Republican minority leader, tweeting, quote, "In the Bronx, with 15% unemployment, 28% of residents will no longer be able to work on December 27th, including 44% of black young adults, as a result of de Blasio's vaccine mandate for the private sector." I asked Mayor de Blasio if he thought the mandate would mean that fewer workers would give up telecommuting and return to their offices.
I think you're going to see a lot of people embrace it. You're going to see a lot of people make the decision it's time to get vaccinated. I really think we're going to see this actually help ultimately.
Well, meanwhile, Councilman Joe Borelli is promising to sue to stop the mandate. The Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce says it could mean layoffs this holiday season. And Catherine Wild of the Partnership for New York City wonders, is the mayor politicizing COVID as he's almost out the door because he wants to run for governor? Governor Hochul's office didn't respond to a request for comment. And a spokesman for Mayor-elect Eric Adams said he would evaluate this mandate and other COVID strategies enacted by Mayor de Blasio when he takes office. Cindy and Chris?
Okay.
Have you noticed that as everything around you seems to decline, one thing still grows? It is the power of your rulers. None of their plans and directives have solved your problems or made your life better. The only result has been their increased control over you at the cost of your freedom. Do you know why? You gave them the power.